Good day, everyone. Rimber here with another unboxing of a new Bible. Now, as you can probably tell, full disclosure, I pre-cut the edge of this box because it had a lot of tape on it and I didn't want to be on video awkwardly cutting it for a while, which would have been the case. Get some scissors here. Probably see this is a Bible from evangelicalbible.com. This is the ESV Heirloom Bible Thinline Edition, Calfskin Olive Green. Now, this is technically a Crossway Bible, as you can see right here. That being said, this is actually a Schuyler Crossway collaboration Bible, and you'll see why momentarily. Okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice card, pledge. Okay. So the Bible comes in nice wax paper like this. Oh, just pull it off. Wow, I have to say, I almost went for the green goat skin of this edition. But then I thought, you know what, I have a lot of green goat skin Bibles. As much as I love goat skin and green goat skin, I decided, let's try the calfskin. And I have to say, I'm glad I did. Wow, this looks so much better in person than it does on the website. And evangelicalbible.com, which, by the way, this is exclusively sold through evangelicalbible.com. They do great photos, but they do not do this justice, as I'm sure this video doesn't. It's quite something in person. Very unique green. Now, I mentioned earlier, this is a Schuyler Crossway collaboration. Yeah, we could just call it Skyway. That's Freudian slip there. But that's because the inside is your ESV Thinline. Okay, your typical ESV Thinline. However, the materials that are used to make it are very much Schuyler, very much evangelicalbible.com exclusive Bibles. So, really wonderful edition. I wish they put this out in the New American Standard Bible 95, this kind of size. Okay, let's look at the inside. Right away, I like to see that. See how they did those corners? Oh, that's nice. They didn't cut them, they folded them, and then looks like they pressed them down a little bit, which Schuyler doesn't typically do, but might be a feature of being Crossway. Nice, good leather liner, nice calfskin liner. Let's look at the layout. Oh, well, let's look at these ribbons. I don't know if these are Beresford ribbons, but they certainly appear to be, which is a very nice high-end ribbon. If they're not, it's kind of immaterial because they may as well be. It was very nice, thick. I like the color, matches the olive well, a little bit different. So you want a little bit of a contrast, in my opinion. Good art gilding. Let's see, the paper. I could have memorized the specs for this unboxing, but I don't like to do that. I would guess this is a 28 GSM, maybe a 30. That's what you'd expect in a thin line. It's necessary to keep it thin. Nevertheless, very nice paper, opaque for what it is, for its thinness, and very strong. All right, let's look at the maps real fast. I love maps. All right, your standard Crossway maps on glossy paper. A lot of people don't like glossy paper in the back of their Bibles. I don't mind, no problem. That's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit, but some people don't care for it, so just be aware. That's a black letter edition, just to confirm in the Gospels. Here we are. I've read John 8 once or twice in my life and John 9, and Jesus definitely speaks. So you'd see red letter if it was there. So this is a black letter. All right, let's have a look. Oh, here's an idea of size. I mean, it's a little less than 9 by 6. as far as the book block, hangs over because this is a full Yapp, and that means it can touch. See right here, if you bend, the leather will touch. That means it's a full Yapp, which is unique for a thin line like this. At least it looks fairly neat compared to a lot of full Yapps I have. All right, other than that, I'm about 5'9", 5'10". That's where my hand is. And then if I was to hold it, look, it's very comfortable. I mean, for its footprint is a decent size, but it feels very light in the hand, very, very wieldy. I could definitely travel with this. Let's have a little fun and compare it with some other green Bibles that I have. Let's start with an Allen. This is an Allen NASB 95 Readers. This was also available through evangelicalbible.com. I don't know if it still is. This is quite a bit bigger. This is not a very wieldy Bible. Now, I'm a weightlifter, so it's not exactly as hard for me to lift, but I notice that I'm holding it. I don't really notice I'm holding this. I kind of like that feeling. All right, this is a nice goat skin. They call this Lincoln Green, which interestingly enough is the color of Robin Hood. He wears that color. It's associated with him. I think that might have been the first time that term was used. It's almost this, I don't know, color words very well, but it's like almost like a pastel green like you'd see during Easter time. Okay, this is, you'll see this too has its corners folded, and it looks like then they iron it with Allen. Now this one does look pressed down a bit, but not as much. I don't know which one I prefer. They're both nice. Of course, this Crossway, this Skylar Crossway has stitching along the edge, which I like aesthetically. It's very nice. But either way, I mean, it's not like Allen's fall apart. So whichever way, this is also very big font for me. You can see pretty well. So big font is almost distracting because I can see well enough. This is definitely thicker paper. All right, let's look at another green one. This is a Cambridge Diadem. This is also a NASB 95. This has almost a, this color green is almost got a blue tint to it. This is an enlarged pit minion, just to give you an idea, if you're familiar with that. And if you're not familiar with the pit minion, I'm surprised you're watching this channel because that's a very popular Bible. See, this is red letter. Very nice for a Cambridge. It has this synthetic leather liner, which you could hate, but you know what? It seems to hold up very well. I have a lot of Cambridge with it, and it's a comfortable Bible to use and hold. All right, next I have this. This is an LSB, Legacy Standard Bible. That's actually a variation on the NASB 95, and this is the portable paragraph reference. Now this actually has folded corners too, but it's much thinner. So I didn't think it was at first when I first got it. It's hard to make out, but actually, in fact, they are folded, then pressed down. It's just not as much material hanging over. The Yapp is much more of the interior, as you can see. This is just a dark green goatskin. Nice layout. All right, my final comparison, I have this Cambridge Cameo King James, a little thicker. Obviously, the footprint is noticeably smaller. This is your classic King James Cameo. It's in green goatskin and a black calfskin liner. And as a bonus, you know what? I have a handbook for praying the scripture by my friend, Dr. William Varner. Definitely recommend picking this up if you don't have it. So he teaches you how to pray through scripture. You can use scripture intentionally in your prayers. Really helps you in your spiritual life. So I'd recommend picking that up as well. You don't have to get it in the leather. This is a green calfskin. It's cheaper in a paperback edition, so it's not necessary to get in that. But I like Dr. Varner quite a bit. And hey, it's green leather. Guess what my favorite color is? All right, let's, just for a final shot, let's put all these in here together so you can get a good idea of the different greens. All right, tuck these in. And we'll elevate this. All right. Okay. So there you have it. I'm very impressed. Go to evangelicalbible.com if you're interested in this, and there's some other nice colors, but this one, this olive green is a very unique green. If you love green and you even use the ESV sometimes, it's not my main translation. I consult it and I use it sometimes. However, my gosh, this is truly beautiful. Highly recommended. I don't regret my purchase at all. And hey, in fact, I think I might even love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go in peace.